on, intro. It's intro time. Shush, everyone shut up. All right, let's
classic vacation.
I think we just jump into the first story then.
It's like a bunch of nerds go to the lake and they just play Magic and stuff.
Oh, that would have been.
Did you hear Cole's wife? Why are we inside right now? I was like, she's got a point. Let's go outside.
No, she's wrong. If you hear this, Slim's wife, you're wrong.
No, Colton's
You're
wife.
wrong.
Not my wife.
Yeah,
She
she's
was
wrong
already
too.
on the boat and gone.
She's wrong. She's
They
on
were
a boat.
catching fish.
They were?
Yeah, Colton was on a boat. And
fish fry.
all right, let's get into the first story. The first story, we're talking Elden Ring. The new DLC dropped this last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropped last week, and they sold over 5 million copies in the first 3 days of this DLC. Considering I didn't think this game had that much lasting power, I know that
gotta get into this game.
it's amazing. I mean, it's
I
honestly.
played
You like those kind of games?
I played
huh?
like an hour or two, and no, I do not.
Oh, okay.
You don't like Souls games?
No.
Souls-like games?
No.
I played Wulong.
I'm not good. That's why.
Because it was based in the Three Kingdoms era of China, and I'm a sucker for that kind of shit.
Nope.
China.
And I beat it multiple times, but no, because I don't like to play games to get frustrated
Yeah,
and stressed
I'm the same
out.
way.
That's like all I play games to do.
I play games now to relax and just mindless stuff.
I
It's like
legitimately need a punching bag in my freaking studio. I need to be able.
You need something.
I need a desk, a standing
You
desk.
can only have so many holes in the wall
Yeah.
before.
Cody.
I only got one hole in the wall.
and one in the door, and a dislocated closet door.
It's like you don't realize how easy it is to put a hole in the wall.
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
It is very easy.
I've gone 30 years without putting a hole in the wall,
You gotta try it sometime.
It's
where
'cause
the
you're
men
a
can see it all.
pussy.
So, I mean, Elden Ring, I mean, I didn't play this game, but I was surrounded by people who were just, like, infatuated with this game and just, like, locked in. The cult,
It's the most accessible, like, From Software Souls-like game. It's because you can just go around and, like, basically
Open
farm
world.
and just, like,
Yeah.
you can get like an OP character and go against bosses.
I mean, it seemed like every few feet was a boss, though, wasn't it? Like, every area or zone had, like, some sort of...
though.
I mean, there's like 80-something bosses and whatnot.
Holy moly.
But the thing with the DLC is, like, a lot of reviewers were checking out and was like, it's too hard and I can't complete it.
Why am I bad at this
Why am I
game?
bad at games?
It's like, I can't
Didn't
review
they
this.
also-
It's too hard.
Didn't they put in a patch where it made it easier to... Because you have to beat 2 bosses, if I remember correctly,
You have to get to a certain point in the game.
Yeah, and then you can go. So I think some reviewers complain about that. I did a little research into this, but
But this goes back to like when the game first came out. It's like reviewers were asking for like an easy mode and blah blah blah. And it's like, no,
get
it's
good
not.
mode.
It's not the game.
Well,
No.
it's like, you don't go begging Tetris to make their game easier.
It's
like-
these comments come out every single time a Souls-like game comes out, though. This is nothing new.
All right, I would
Every single
like.
time one of these games come out,
I would like an easy mode for Sekiro, because that's kind of my
isn't that one of the tougher ones too?
my
Is
shit.
that game?
It is. It is.
I think it's
tougher
one of the
ones.
tougher ones. I think
You
there's
basically have to depend on like deflect and all that shit.
Mhm.
But it's like, yeah, no, it's hard. I'm not gonna ask
wow,
you
there's
to
a
like.
lot of people playing this game.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm
Holy
not gonna ask you to
moly.
like nerf your game in order for me to just play. a little
Why
bit. It's
not?
like, that's the point. The game is hard.
Get better.
Once you kill a boss, it's like you get elated. It's the endorphins going to your
yeah, it's
brain.
the payoff.
Yeah,
right?
I see it got review bombed a bit just because like it's tough, and like that's how players, it seems like, on Steam nowadays are trying to make their point. But I don't think they're gonna win this one.
No, that's From Software's fucking like.
And I don't think they
it's in
should
their
win.
memo. It's like make
don't think they
game
should
hard.
win.
That's the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a difficult game that people have to actually invest a little bit into. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
And
not
I
like
can
they're-
admit it's not for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. The same thing. I remember I think it was Dark Souls, like 2 or 3. It was like $5 on Steam.
I played 3 for
So
a little
I
bit.
bought it, and I couldn't beat the first boss. I'm like, this isn't for me, because I just wanted to try those games. I've never played them before, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get good. I want to quit.
I remember my heart racing playing like the first like tutorial boss. in
That's
Dark
who I
Souls
died
3.
to
It was
like 50 times.
Oh my god, I beat him!
Yeah.
I think that when it comes to video games, if you don't put in the time and effort into getting good at the game, then what's the frickin' point of even having the game? It's what was the point of
you're
getting?
not learning it.
Well, then it scales down all the way to like the bottom rung of games. Like, what's the point of buying a checkerboard if you're never gonna learn how the pieces move?
Well, and
checkers is hard, bro.
I know. Like, get good, scrub.
If you don't want this kind of game, why are you playing it? It's like this game comes out and it portrays itself as tough, and you have to learn the bosses. If you don't want to do that, why are you buying it and then commenting on there and complaining? Right. Go play a different game.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly like the reviewers that just can't get through it because they're so used to having like a reviewer code or whatever, where it's basically just everything set on easy mode. It's like you basically just get set into the game in the highest level, and then you can just work your way through it, and then you review the game, which is kind of bullshit.
That is kind of crap, yeah.
But it's like, if back when Elden Ring first released. Was it Elden Ring? I don't know. But, like, people were saying that From Software should have, like, difficulty modes and whatnot. And I was kind of on board because I want to get into these kind of games. But then as the years went on, I was like, but if they do that, then they lose all, like, From Software isn't as big of a thing as it is because their games are now accessible to everyone. They kind of turn to Ubisoft if they get like difficulty modes for everything. It's like,
and I don't think they should.
Our games are hard.
Yeah. It's a slippery
slope.
slope.
Learn how to fight bosses.
Once you give in to a very specific request that actually like is fundamentally against your building ideology, like the way you design your games, once you've changed your ideology on how you're going to design video games to accommodate negative reviews, you're going to keep going down that rabbit hole. And I guess there's a counterpoint to that is like the fans want what the fans want, but you also need to identify who your customers are.
Yeah,
like
but they stuck true to themselves and they're just like, all right, our games are hard. That's our whole point pretty much.
Yeah,
right.
It's like if we lose that, then what the fuck? We just got like a hack and slash.
Yeah.
And there's no shortage of those.
I was watching like a review on this as well because I just was interested in this because we were talking about the story. And one of the reviewers are like, this isn't difficult because there's like runes and there's like certain builds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Magic builds are kind of like
well, not only that, it's all percentage. So if you stack all this stuff correctly, it multiplies.
It's overpowered.
So he's like the top, let's say 5% of people. This is easy because they're stacking everything correctly. Like this, they have to make it difficult in this way for the top percentage of people, else they'll be walking through as a boss themselves. It's like you have to make it this tough.
As you're bringing up that point, can I remind people of like Baldur's Gate, not Baldur's Gate, the newest, most recent Diablo game when you were trying to teach me how to play Diablo, the most recent one.
Oh yeah,
and you were like, Talks, you suck because you won't combo any of your abilities properly. I was like, I just went straight electricity. I was like, why can't I kill anything?
Yeah, and you had nothing. I remember looking at your gear and it's like fire stuff here and this stuff here. I'm like, you're not stacking percentages on each other. No wonder you can't kill anybody.
Yeah,
it's the same concept.
I played with you once. And it's just like, what are you? Have you never played an ARPG?
It's the same concept.
I played Diablo 3. And I
3 was rude.
And I played it with like my brother and my mom. Like we were just hanging out, and I was like, let's try this game. And it was a fun game to play together. So
that game was way, way less dependent on stacking your multipliers, though, because your abilities were...
You just spam abilities.
Dude, because you're that game was like your abilities did so much damage, unless you're on like Diablo level 6 or whatever, then it really mattered. But
Talks is the person that doesn't read what the abilities do or what they
plus
stack
4,
with.
Everything has green arrows on it
Well,
it's like if you go into SOTOR and just be like, it does damage. Get it in my queue.
Nice.
It's like, it only does damage if you're in stealth, or it only does damage when you're behind someone. You don't read behind the numbers.
I know that there are games I've played that I was good at that, but most games I'm actually shit at that. Like I'm thinking even like forget it. I lost my train of thought.
But drop that real quick.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
it
was.
What's that now?
Destiny 2. You have to combo your abilities to your playstyle and to like buff and nerf your teammates and your opponents. And I was really bad with that. Like Mithras, when he was on last year, I think we talked a bit about Destiny 2 because that was something he was really into at the time. And comboing abilities in Destiny 2 basically made it impossible to re-enter the game because I had taken this hiatus from it. And the skill level of the players in the community skyrocketed so that if you were re-entering or a new enter to the game, you couldn't possibly compete in multiplayer. It wasn't possible.
But yeah, if you go back to it now,
Yeah, the game's so imbalanced from what I hear. Though.
Yeah.
it's like it's like a non-starter for new players.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
It's so prohibitive to the audience. And I'm not saying, like, first off,
It's like, because the main story and all this other shit that we had to take out, it was too much, like, gigabytes. It's like, have you looked at your game?
Yeah.
It's like 200 gigabytes to begin with.
Holy moly.
If you're going to play that game,
That's Call of Duty
you're
level
playing that game.
gigabytes.
That's what the next one's going to be. It's going to be over 300.
No way.
It's going to be over 300.
for Destiny?
No,
This-
for the next Call of
This
Duty.
could be a whole story because the reason, like, we should do like a story on this because the reason they do that, they like artificially inflate their game. So
Especially
you can only have that
You
game
only play our
installed.
game.
It's
It's so corrupt in my opinion.
it's bloatware. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just add a bunch of additional software unnecessarily to the
Yeah.
game.
It's like in order to move this dude's face realistically, it takes 50 gigs.
and he's got a mask on, so you couldn't see it anyway. So
That was Ghost the entire time.
yeah,
just while we're talking about video games, I need to just come out about the Call of Duty.
Are you coming out?
Call of Duty XDefiant
Whoa.
About
stuff.
time.
So we're gonna be playing XDefiant on Sunday. That's the plan at least
Yeah.
right now. And I'm looking.
Thanks, Slim.
Yeah, Slim's making
if I'm
us-
even there.
Yeah, he's gonna force us to play a game and won't even show up to
that's
play.
probably that sounds like me.
We're good, but Slim's doing a review on XDefiant, so we're looking forward to putting that out. So we're gonna be playing it, but.
It's dog shit. That's
Well,
my review.
I gotta just say, like, I have effectively surrendered, like, on the Call of Duty arcade shooter, like, battlefield.
Like you gave up on
Taking
him.
up the
I've-
exhaust pipe.
I just lost. I mean, XDefiant promised, or they marketed themselves as the COD killer. They let the audience
The cotton
believe
killer?
the Call of Duty killer.
You said cotton killer.
COD.
COD. That's what I heard.
Thank you,
I heard
Slim.
cotton.
Why don't you listen better?
Who kills COD?
Well, you have cotton in your
Who
ears.
do you think kills
You
cotton?
cotton in your. But the
Clothes industries?
XDefiant, Ubisoft marketed themselves as the COD killer, COD, and and they let the audience believe that's what they were trying to do. And then they come out with a hero shooter instead of an arcade shooter. They tried so many different things.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's an audience for it. There will be people who enjoy XDefiant until Ubisoft gives up on it.
Yeah.
And so it will exist. But no one will make an arcade shooter to compete with Call of Duty. Just give me a fucking first-person shooter with score streaks, kill streaks, with decent weapon balance. And it doesn't even have to be perfectly weapon balanced. Just give me some variety of games. Don't even come out with 30, 40, 50 guns. Come out, like, Modern Warfare had, like, 3 guns, 5 guns at most for each subclass that they
Yeah.
had.
Except for assault rifle.
Yeah, assault.
But yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you don't have this laundry list of things you need to create. Like, go back to basics.
I was gonna say it's like the hero shooter point doesn't really bother me that much, but that's just another thing that they need to balance.
Yeah, I just
It
don't
gets
want it.
way worse as you get higher skill level too. Like,
Right.
It's horrible how
Guys, I'm a
people are.
I'm a Counter-Strike player. I don't want any of it. Strip the game down to the bare essentials and just make for an arcade shooter. Decent
Yeah.
maps. I was excited. I promoted the shit out of XDefiant. We did like 3 live streams during
did.
early access. We
Yeah.
did the limited access stream.
That was fun.
We got promotional bundles. We were like doing early access everything. I am so pissed off, and I'm mostly
tell.
pissed off that
Maybe-
now I don't have an alternative to Call of Duty.
Maybe Black Ops 6 will be good.
Basically, I'm just letting
That's a
the
bold
audience know.
I mean, they killed it.
David
They
Cotton.
killed it with Black Ops or not. Well,
Cold
yeah,
War?
obviously. Cold War.
Cold War was
yeah,
great.
that was fine.
I enjoyed
Cold War
Cold
was
War.
great.
Basically, my point is that I have surrendered. I will probably be checking out Black Ops
Do
6.
we buy that game and try it?
Black Ops 6?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to.
I might.
I might.
And my
We'll get
thing
everyone
is,
together.
I want to just be very clear about my position. There are a few companies I hate more than Activision Blizzard. I hate
Name them.
Blizzard's not awesome.
I hate this fucking company.
It's not awesome.
I hate this company with a passion. I hate
mean
that their games
Blizzard,
get worse.
Activision, they also have a stake in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Except for
Gosh.
Treyarch is the one developing the Black Ops one.
Right, but they like Activision still has oversight. Like Treyarch
they do?
develops, Activision publishes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's not so
Lame.
I hate that Activision will get money for having the Call of Duty IP. I hate that there's no one who will just create a bare bones arcade shooter to compete against it. And I was sitting here, I was the embodiment of the take my fucking money meme. It's like, I'm sitting here telling you to take my goddamn money, just build me a simple naked arcade shooter game that will compete against Call of Duty mechanically, not market-wise. I understand that a small studio is not going to take a huge slew of Call of Duty's market share, but for fuck's sake, just build me a game. I'll pay you almost anything you want that I don't have to play Call of Duty. But I want to get back into an arcade shooter, and Call of Duty is the only thing on the fucking market.
He's passionate about this. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm just pissed that I fucking lost. I was like,
see his voice volume was going up and up.
It's starting to peak. It's peaking.
we got Chris in the chat. Thanks for joining us here, bud. Yes, I appreciate you joining for the rant. That was
set everyone.
But it's like back to your hero shooters. I went back into Overwatch 2, and it is a shit show.
So it's good.
No,
so it's good.
I'm good.
So it's good.
It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Everyone else sucks ass.
Oh, anyway,
No one will fucking heal me.
obviously we got on
it's
talking about
It's a good topic though.
obviously we got on talking about Elden Ring, and I drove that tangent, and I apologize. Now I'm gonna have like a weird thumbnail that's like we talked Elden Ring, but Talks won't shut up about Call of Duty. So it's like
It's just Talks and like CS:GO or some shit.
first,
Why can't every game be like this?
I don't want every game to be CS:GO. It's frustrating as shit. I love the game.
Why
I love playing it.
CS:GO then.
I'm playing CS:GO. Well,
I know
CS2,
you
All the
but
fucking time.
I know you are.
I hear them yell fucking blue and orange and all that
You're
shit all
going
the time.
banana.
Chris in the chat saying Halo MMO is his dream day, and he's gonna get me started on that too.
You know that would be sweet.
How would that even work?
I'd be a
That'd
grunt with 2 grenades.
That'd actually
Daydream.
kind of be dope if I
Daydream,
could like
not
create
dream.
an ODST. And just play like a campaign like in SOTOR as an ODST.
Yeah,
Just mod-
that'd be
dope.
sick.
Just mod Reach. Just mod Reach to make it an MMO.
Yeah, that
I'd-
would be sick.
I'm an ODST.
It could be an
I'm an
interesting
I'm an
mod.
ODST defender.
Chris gets it. That
Look-
would be sick.
ODST's
Should
the
give this
best.
guy a promotion.
Oh man, I'm just so over all those. I'm so over Call of Duty. I wish I had held out,
You know,
but I have given up. I
am-
can't sit here being the only one begging for this shit anymore.
You're probably not,
Yeah,
because everyone just keeps riding the Call of Duty train
yeah.
until the.
I
dumpster
mean,
fire.
I haven't played a good first-person shooter in a while, so.
Well, I really thought
Modern Warfare 2.
I thought Ubisoft was the company to take them
I
down.
thought it was fun.
Or I thought Ubisoft was going to take a decent, like, if Ubisoft took 5%, 10% of Call of Duty's market share, they're making fucking bank.
They don't have the ability to do that. They don't have the ability to make their own fucking open-world games anymore.
Well, this is.
They're horrible at it.
I would.
It's become a meme.
I would expect that a first-person
every
shooter
fucking
probably
open
takes
world-
less mechanical investment than, or like
Probably.
a day-to-day
Well, not if
investment
they're
than
not good at it.
No, because they're copying and pasting everything from the last game.
You know what? If District, what was the game? Division. The Division would have made
Oh,
an
that game
interesting
was
first-person
bomb.
shooter.
That game was shit, too.
That game was good.
That
What do you
shit.
know?
I like the weapon mechanics of it. I don't know.
Hey, get the.
I played a
outta
little
here.
bit of both of them.
I
They're both,
played
like-
all of them.
There's
both.
only two of them.
No, well, I played them both.
I have
Couple
played
times
all
through.
both, and
Me,
those.
me, and my roommate back in the day used to play the first one a lot.
They're whatever.
They're
Okay,
good.
okay. Let's.
That's
He can-
Ubisoft
He can
summed
kindly
up
shut
as a
the
company.
fuck
They're
up over there.
Whatever.
All right.